estate gets real.
I'm Rachel Davis.
And I'm Kate Baldwin.
I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Coach told me I can never miss a Monday.
Welcome back to another episode of REI Baddies. I'm Rachel Davis, Army veteran, real estate investor, and your co-host.
And I'm Kate Baldwin. You're a Florida real estate agent turned investor turned who God knows what. And I am your co-host to the REI Baddies as well. This podcast we bring to you. We bring the real stories by real investors at their first deal within the first 6 months of their career. They're just real people making the real moves.
Buckle up. Kay Shehaj. Hold on.
We're going to get this right.
I will.
Shehaj.
Shehaj.
Yep.
Buckle up. Kay Shehaj. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm sorry. Now I'm like thinking about it.
Shea butter. Shehaj.
Shehaj. All right.
There you go.
Buckle up. Kay Shehaj is in the house. Arizona powerhouse, capital whisperer, and mom who can underwrite a deal between school drop-offs. She and her husband Nick are stacking a family legacy in multifamily and mobile home parks as well as RV. Because the Shehaj name isn't just in the room, it owns the room. Kay, welcome to REI Baddies.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Kate. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it would honestly, like, so I was trying to tell, oh my gosh, I was talking to this guy, like, he's a friend of mine, but whatever. Anyways, I go, how have you been watching the podcast? He goes, yeah, you know what he said? It looks like you guys are having a lot of fun. And I was like, you know what? That's awesome. Exactly why we're here. So thank you so much for coming in. I know it's early and I know you got that little tiny baby at home.
All good. Thank you. Thank you. My little 8-month-old, she's doing great.
So before we get dived in, I mean, I know we kind of just went into, but you know, between kids and coffee in the morning and capital, what are your mornings? What do they look like?
My baby is exclusively breastfeeds, so I'm usually just hanging out with her most of the time. And then I wake up and get stuff ready for my son for school. And I have designed a life to where my husband and I both get the opportunity and the privilege of dropping him off at school. It's so nice. He loves it. It's a big deal for him. Yeah. So
he got a little backpack and his little lunchbox.
Yeah. Yep. I make him his gourmet meals. That's what his teachers said. They are like, oh, you need to cook for us one day. But
you have a little
I take a lot of pride in that. Yeah. Not like Pinterest worthy yet, but pretty good.
Girl, as long as it's, you know what, you can help me because I struggle. But she's, you know, my daughter is like 12 going, you know, 18. But it's always a struggle. I think food is definitely a struggle, like especially like trying to figure out what they would eat, you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. So, Kate, I guess our number one question we ask is, how did you get your first deal, and tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I joined Gator August 2023.
Okay.
It was very interesting. My husband was watching a video. We were not a part of the communities yet. He sent me a video of Pace Morby talking about Gator. I remember specifically, it was like yesterday. I was at the Whole Foods parking lot getting ready to get groceries. He's like, look this up. I know we have capital to deploy. Let me know what you think. I watched Pace's video and I was like, sign me up. And I did. I signed up in the parking lot. And he's like, how was the video? I was like, I registered. He's like, okay. So I am
Do
very
you remember
fast
what
at
video
taking
that
action.
was? Do you remember what video
on
that
YouTube.
was?
I think it was on YouTube. He was promoting Gator. Yeah. You know, the videos. Yeah.
Bro, I get them.
I was like, making money, sign me up. I love that. I can do that all day long. So fast forward. So as soon as I joined Gator, I watched the videos. I joined the Zooms as much as I could. I only had one kid at that time. So a lot more time on my hands. And I made it a goal to connect with 5 to 6 new Gators every week.
Hey, Good. And how'd you do
Yes,
that?
thank you. On Facebook, I was like, I connected with the OGs, I connected with the newbies, I connected with the not OGs and newbies, everyone and everyone. I was like, okay. And, learned as much as I could. I noticed some were just doing it as a hobby, some were doing it like it was their full-time job. So, of course, I leaned on that because that's where I wanted to go to. And then fast forward, a deal was brought to me. It was a bridge loan. It was to purchase a property, and it was a fellow investor in the Gator community. And the connector brought it to me, and he's like, "Hey, it's for 350,000 to purchase a home in California. You'll be in first position. Are you interested?" And I think the returns was 35%, 30 or 35%, something like that. I was like, "Cool, this sounds great." And then I was like, but I'm new. I don't want to do it alone. I should not do it alone. I
You
want to
should.
work in partnership.
Yep.
I am a big believer of partnership. I believe three brains are better than one, two brains are better than one, right? So I was like, how do I find these partners? So what I did was I went on the Gator Facebook page and I was like, I have a deal. I am looking for two partners. That's all I said. And the two that responded to me the fastest, I reached out to them. We got connected because speed is everything. And they became my partners. And just so happens we were a beautiful blend of three. It's me, a gentleman, and another gal. She's also they're all in Gator. And we all brought our different geniuses. He was very good at underwriting, very good at, I don't know, seriously, the guy could be a PI. I've told him many times. We're still in partnership today. And then the other gal, she brought her other geniuses. If you want a project to move, this girl can make it move.
Awesome.
So brought it together, split the funding, did all that. And I believe the terms was to be paid back in 20 days. It took a little bit longer because the borrower was in Texas.
35%?
Yeah. So I
What?
know,
I mean, they
I know.
really like this house that they were bridge loaning. I mean, I get a
Ye-
lot of bridge
It
loans.
was it was like 2.5 acres on like a mountainside. It was beautiful. So you know how Pace says you loan to own? I was like, I
Yes,
have no problem
ma'am.
owning that. I was like, the house may be falling apart, but
Bro,
I wouldn't mind that
California for
land in California.
350 at
Yeah.
35%.
Yep.
Hey, if anyone is out there and has those kind of deals, you bring them our way. REI Baddies, okay? Because that ain't real.
No. I don't think they exist anymore. That was
Oh
the
my
gold
God. Oh
rush.
my God.
That was the gold rush.
You got lucky there, girl. That's like a nice little paycheck.
No, it was phenomenal.
Good.
So we did it, and she was in Texas. She had to deal with the title company in California. It was new things, blah blah blah. Anyways, she was about 15 days late. Our late fee was $500 a day. So add all that. Me personally, I made 35K.
In
Not
like
a bad day.
No,
1 month.
no,
Not a
in
bad
one
day.
month. So yeah, I fell in
What's
love more with the
uh
world of Gator.
We talk about the good things, right, Rachel? What else do we talk about?
before I ask that question, I want to ask what's a rule that you learned from that deal that you still apply today?
Partnership is very important. Do not do it alone, even if you're an OG or an extra OG, because you have a second set of eyeballs and a second, well, not a set of brains, but a brain, to help you underwrite, to help you look at the things that you might not be looking at, to help you wonder and ponder, like, not overthink it, but it's always good to have that second set of eyes to verify everything.
I love that.
What
Yeah.
Rachel? What am I supposed to switch? I'm switching my verbiage. What are we calling this?
Squatting up. Squatting up. Called
I'm
squat
not a
up.
lot of. I'm like, we're not doing JV again anymore. We're squatting up. So I feel like
Of course, you see Pace
squatting.
already promoting squat up. So I'm like, we
Squatting.
might
Yeah,
as
I know the
squatting
word
up.
squat.
Weird squat up. I'm like, go take a squat. Like I don't know. It's a little bathroom like for me.
I
Anyway,
agree with you. I
right?
think of the bathroom too.
I think of the restroom squatting.
Maybe because I was
Okay,
in the army, I'm totally comfortable with
you're
it. I'm just
totally
like, whatever.
squat. I still to this day, I'm not. I don't camp. Never have. I camped once in high school, and I will never do it again.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely not my thing. Squatting is definitely not my thing. Okay.
All right. So the next
So,
question.
well, overall, our partners and I made like 92,000, I
Yeah.
think.
I
Yes.
mean,
Well,
Yeah.
that's
and
a
you
great
know what I
deal.
love to hear? Like, I love how you were. So here's what we preach a lot in our podcast is this like reaching
Yeah.
out. You don't get the first person. I mean, obviously, a blessing from God was all over your family that day because they just connected you really quickly, which is not always the outcome. However, I love how you were like, we're so adamant about squatting up. I mean, I have done 4 deals, and every single one of them, even as an agent, even being in my own home, still like I still squatted up with someone. So I mean,
Yes.
I did every, and I even had the pickles come down. They came to Key West.
Nice.
Yeah, they just left the keys, so I got to show them around Key West and eat coconuts with them. Yeah, and
From Michigan. I love it. Yeah.
I know, it was really fun, and they're funny. Oh my gosh, they're totally like it's three of them, so it's John, Justin, and his daughter Julia. Oh my god, it's just we're total, they were just like but what, yeah, going back to squatting up is so important, and like making that first call, like you put yourself out there, look at what happened. I mean, what other community? I don't know about you, but I don't feel like there's anywhere else to be in this type of network, like in our industry. I don't see that ever happening. Like you just make a phone call and then, all right, here we are. Let's
Mm-hmm.
make this happen. We're about to
Mm-hmm.
like put out $350,000 together and trust us. But
Mm-hmm.
like, it's such a great thing.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
We
Go ahead, Rachel.
we moved fast. Yeah. And the thing I liked about them was speed. That was very important to me because I had other people reach out after that. And I was like, and some people are like, no, I don't really want a JV. If I do this, I'll just do it on my own, which is fine. I mean, if that works for you. That's great. I was like, I am too new for this to, it's my first deal. I'm too new. And not only that, but why not share the wealth and the fun and the risk,
Well,
right?
and
And
like you said,
everything.
you have an
So,
extra eyeball,
yeah.
right? And you're building relationships, and that only means you can take more business.
Yeah.
Just that's how Rachel and I, we do all our deals together now, and now we're able to really conquer that
Well, it
huge
expands your
number one
network.
thing.
Huge.
Yeah. So like
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on
Yep.
this, even though it's ours. I'm working on this. She's working on this. Like, but we were able to connect.
I love it.
So yeah, it really makes. And you know what? It's a lonely world sometimes in this industry. A lot of folks are working from home, and some working from home, and it can get lonely. So it's nice to really start connecting. And that's most of our success is our connection.
Yes. Yep. 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 Very true.
Okay.
Yes.
Everyone loves to tell I made 92 G's in like a little over a month. Like that's like super awesome for the highlight reel, right? You've been doing this now for, in the community for 2 years. There's got to be a
Mm-hmm.
time where things did not go exactly like you wanted them. And
Yes.
as we all know, character is not tested when things are going great. Character is tested when things go sideways. Would
Yes.
you mind telling us a time where things went a little bit off the rails and how you handled it?
Hmm.
This isn't a job interview, I promise.
Yeah, just tell us about a deal that
Do
you
I get
guys
the job
had.
after this?
You
Will I get the
You're gonna get
job?
the
guys,
job. You get the
I
job.
love
No
it.
matter what you say, you get
Uh,
the
you
job.
already have it.
well, so we did that deal very successfully, the three of us, our little trio. So the same investor came back to us and wanted us to lend on another deal of hers. And this is in Texas. Yeah, she decided to not pay us back and not reach out to us, and communication got bad and all that kind of stuff. So it was one of those things like we did a good deal with her, right? She paid us back, she paid us in full, all that good stuff. And then she was like, "Hey, I'm working on another project. Can you guys help me out?" We were, very favored and very rewarded. So we were like, "Okay, same investor, let's go. I mean, this is going to happen again. We got this." Thankfully, it was a much smaller land. It was only for 110K. It was a house out in Texas, first lien position again. And yeah, I think she overstretched herself and she couldn't pay back. And the communication started getting bad and worse and worse. And so we foreclosed on it. We gave her the timeline. We honored the JV agreement, gave her the timeline we needed to. And The good thing was we're in first lien position, so we have that home to take over. Not the best home, I would say, not as nice as the one in California, but I'm like, at least we own it, right? And we can decide and choose from there what we want to do. It does create a lot of tension because the partners, it's not that they're pointing fingers, but one was like, well, we should have done better underwriting. We should have should here and there.
You're all partners, so you should have what? Why didn't you say
Yeah,
it beforehand? See that?
right.
Picking the
Yeah.
right partners is also very important, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the thing is, the most important thing is not to take it personally. Of course,
True.
everyone is like, I'm not in the business of acquiring properties. I'm in the business of lending. I
Sure.
get that.
Yeah.
And they want their money back. So right now we still have the home. Good thing
No,
is we still own the home. Yeah. We haven't sold it yet. We're thinking of different strategies. We might get like we'll do something creative. I think that's the only way to make the numbers work.
where is it? Do you want to talk about it a little bit? I mean, do you guys know what you
It's
want?
in Sure. Yeah, it's in Vidor, Texas. We want to offer seller financing. I mean, we own it outright. There's no mortgages, no liens on it.
So are you solely, or you have the three people on it? You
I
guys.
have my two partners on
So there's three
still.
of you that
The
own the
same the same
property.
three.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
same
yeah.
three of us,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I mean, if we can get this thing sold for you, if that's what you want, we can.
Here's the
Yeah,
other question.
let's
Is
I
it
mean,
on
yeah,
creative
let's
listing?
not yet. I will get that there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send it to us when you get it. If you guys have
Yeah.
like a little thing, and we'll post it for
Yeah.
sure. Because
We
we
have to
work
do a
with a lot of
conference
people in
call and
Texas.
yeah, we have to do a conference call and kind of decide on that. But we were dabbling with the idea of, should we just, she promised to rehab that investor. She did not. So we're debating on, should we rehab and sell, but then that's putting more money into it, or sell as is to an investor and kind
Yeah, maybe
of
we can find you a
call it a day.
flipper up there. Well, maybe
Yeah.
you seller
Yeah.
finance it for six
Yeah.
months and then flip it
Yeah.
with somebody.
Yeah.
Dude, there. You know what? That's
So
the coolest thing. I'm sorry you went through that. What
no,
do you?
no, it's one of those things. It's like, like
At least you have first
what do you do?
day grass.
Yes. Yes.
First
So we
lien.
have first lien position, right? We own the place. Now we get to decide what we want to do. It's under our name now. And one of my partners is okay. I think the other one probably wants to get it sold faster. And I understand her position. So when things go south, it's very important not to get emotional. It's very important not to be emotional in this business.
I
Yeah,
know.
as you both know,
No, Rachel
because
had a very
emotions can
interesting
cloud your
morning.
judgment.
Rachel had a very interesting morning with an agent this morning. So I called him and I said, well, hi, my name is Kate Baldwin. I am with Berkshire Hathaway in the Florida Keys. I probably sold more real estate than you did in your whole career of 20 years last year. You have no right to talk to my partner like that. So if you have a problem, please. And I said, also, Mr. and Mrs. Beep, I think they might get a phone call from me, the owners. I said, I think that they need to see how you treat your clients because I technically am a buyer. I mean, and I was super
Hmm.
kind. I wasn't a jerk. But
Yeah.
he said something really awful to Rachel this morning. And it's just an email. It's like, Rachel
Wow.
was like, but here's the thing. I don't take it personal, but I wanted her to realize, like, and I want him to too, like, it's, and at the end of the day, it's just educating people too. But I
Yeah.
want to get back to you. I heard, so this lady what I want to know is, since this is your experience with this situation, what have you added to your playbook to like kind of figure out with like, what would you have done differently?
Differently.
Yeah. Like what was your, like that you're going to move on and move forward with for the future deals?
Couple of things I would have done differently was underwrite it better, meaning I would loan on as is value, not ARV. And it's
Okay,
very
that's actually
important because Abraham talks about this. Abraham Gray and Alexis Morgan, they preach about this all the time. But you do not loan on ARV because ARV is this magical number, right?
Absolutely. Like what you're talking about, the Zillow rate, like that kind of ARV, like
What
where do you get?
whatever ARV she came up with at that time, because here's the thing too, the market has changed a lot. That was about what, a year and a half ago. So The biggest lesson there is I loan on as is, not ARV,
Art.
because that changes a lot. Yeah.
Huge.
Yes.
Especially the condition and you're
Yes.
not there. You didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The other thing I also learned is to lend in a neighborhood or a market or a state or a town that I am familiar in. So I do not lend outside of Arizona anymore.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
I would say those are like the biggest lessons.
I mean, I think those are two really good nuggets for people who are
So
brand
I think
new.
that it's very interesting.
Yes.
Let me ask you one question as a realtor in year two.
Yeah.
Did you guys do an inspection period prior to lending or doing some type of like, because I know you have a financial contingency or probably not. You guys,
We have like the insurance. We had the insurance tied to the property. We No, what she did was she showed us the approval that the rat buyer had, like was ready to go, approval, all that good stuff. So that, and also,
just next
honestly, I
time, I
think
think
I think we
honestly,
trusted too
I know
much.
you. It
That's
sounds like that, but you know what? Do you
yeah.
guys, as lenders, do y'all do like do you actually have an appraisal done on the property before you actually fund?
We usually don't. We usually just have like the insurance and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Insurance, we try to
It takes
underwrite it.
to have someone
Yeah.
come out and give you, especially if it's
Right.
not in your town, and then
Yeah.
that's I think I don't know if that's a norm like for,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Mm-hmm.
think as a bank,
I think in the Gator world, I mean they do. I think honestly, I think there was a lot of variables with this particular one.
got it.
Because we knew her, we were like,
Well, you had a
"Hey,
good deal with her.
yeah." And there's a lot of questions about apparently she's in the hot water with other lenders as well. So there's a lot of questions about her character now and different things like that. Um,
To take this as an
yeah.
opportunity to plug another community member, if you don't mind, Kay.
Sure.
You were just screaming to me why women like Mel Palmer are so important in this community to do
Mm-hmm.
that lending passport.
Yes,
Like just
absolutely. Yep.
just having another third party go in, check, see what loans they've performed on before in order to just keep your money safeguarded. So
Yes.
you're
Yes.
welcome, Mel. I
We
swear
love
I
you,
don't have an
Mel.
affiliate with her.
No, I love it. No, I love it. Yeah, and that not only that, but I've also realized that documents are great. The contracts, the documents, all that kind of stuff. But I think it also comes down to who the person is.
Percent.
Go ahead and preach it, girl. Right, Rachel?
Do you know do you know what it is? Because so, Pace has been talking to us a lot about like don't use your own money, use other people's money, right? So that was a mindset shift that I needed to do too. So I was like, okay, I have been a lender all this time. I wonder what it's like to be a borrower. So I was like, okay, I'm going to borrow.
Okay.
Let's see. So I reached out to a connector in the community. I love her, Fatu. I don't know if any of both of you know of her.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But two,
So
we're coming
she
after you.
I love her, she's a good person, a good human being. So I reached out to her and I was like, "Hey, my husband and I are going to do a flip. I really don't need to borrow this money, but I need to learn. I need to break through that mindset of just using my own money, right? Because I was raised that way, all that stuff. Like I want to see what it's like to use other people's money." She's like, "Okay." And I said, "But the requirement is I need you to find me a new Gator and I need you to find me a new TC
Aw.
because I want them to have the opportunity
Learn.
of having a very clean deal and a deal where they know these are the standards that we're going to set." She's like, "Okay, great." That girl is just magical. Anyway, she got me a lender within like an hour or two. She's like, she's ready to give you her money. I was like, okay, she should not.
Yeah, that's the first
I was like,
lesson.
I will never steal from her because I have too much at stake. But I said she should not. Anyway, so I got on the phone. I talked to her. She's like, "I'm ready to wire the money." I was like, "You should not."
Watch the
I was
safety
like, "You
course.
shouldn't." Yeah. So then we got the TC. So then we got the TC on board. It was her first deal in like, being a TC. We did everything by the book. It took a while. Like we got an escrow company. So the 30K we were going to use it for rehab, right? So I put her lien on, and I was like, we're gonna do a draw. So we had to find an escrow company in Arizona that was willing to do draws. I was like, I am going to draw this, the JV agreement, everything was laid out. It took a while. I mean, to find it, because it was my first time doing it too. I was like,
Mm.
most escrow companies were like, we don't do the draws, all that stuff. So anyway, we found one. Took a while to get all the paperwork on board. Like it took like a week and a half. The nice thing was I had the liberty to do that. And then she was like, I'm ready to wire. I'm like, she's like, should I wire now? I was like, no, not yet. We don't have these paperworks in place. We don't have the escrow company in place yet. Anyways, so after all that, everything was in place. She wired. I did my draws. I updated her. I sent her pictures of the rehab. I sent her videos. I sent her receipts. I sent her screenshots of everything, my communication with the GC. Anyway, so and she'd gotten paid back, and I told her, I was like, this is probably the most rigorous and to the point, by the book PML you'll ever be involved in. Your standards will be so high after this, but this is what it should look like for someone to be a good borrower. I need
Hey, let me
proof,
ask
not
you,
just my
do you want to break
words.
that?
You know
I
what I
love
mean?
this. Do you want to break that
Yeah.
down with us one day on another video? We'll just sit down and talk about that. Because you were just like, no, and that's like the standards is like really important to Rachel and I too. Is like
Hmm.
teaching newbies that are coming into this community. Like there are
Yes.
standards, there are things that you need to be doing on a regular basis. And I love that you set that standard for them. I love that you brought in a new Gator. I love that you brought in a new TC. I think that's
Yes.
super awesome. I think that's really, really cool. And I think more people should do that.
Hey, honestly, I think you should do just like a YouTube or something
I
demonstrating
do.
to people oh, wonderful. Okay,
Yes.
sorry, I just haven't
No, no,
seen it. I
no, 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 no,
apologize.
no, no. But thank you. I need to get my podcast going.
Girl, you have an 8 month old.
And
Please give yourself
yeah,
some space
yes,
and a little one.
yeah. So, but I would love to, yes, I want to chat the four of us, Connector, the DC, and the PML and myself, and share our experience because
Do a play
it's
by
so easy. As you know, it's so easy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make 20%. I need to wire this like tomorrow or like, I mean, yesterday. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't. You don't want to lose that. And, the property hasn't sold yet, the flip that we did. It hasn't sold yet. It's just the market. Arizona, when it's hot, nobody wants to come here.
Yep,
Yeah.
and you are our we have the same market, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Florida and Arizona, actually they're like both have the most
But,
foreclosures right now.
right, right. But she's paid back in full. It's out of
Good.
my own pocket, paid back in full, because that's what I promised her. The terms was 90 days. I paid her 90 days, Yeah.
So let me ask you this though. Okay. Let
Yeah.
me kind of be the devil advocate. Say you didn't have your own cash flow. What would have happened?
That's why I only did 30K,
Well,
just in case.
but no, I want this to be a lesson to people
Yes.
who are doing flips because you cannot count on you. So how would you I mean, you're a little bit, you both are, you're more experienced than Rachel and I. I mean, you haven't sold the house. And I know this is in hindsight, but you're obviously fine financially. What would have happened if you didn't have your own funding to give to her? Was she
The
okay?
other
Like,
option, well, the other
have it written
option
in your
is to get
contract?
a,
Sir, Kate, she's trying to.
no, I love it. No, I mean, okay, so the other option will be to get another private money lender, right? I don't want to do that because I don't want, Peter to come in and pay Paul. Do you know what
100%.
I mean? Or I would have just figured it out one way or another. I would have figured it out one way or another and paid that person back. Or I would have had the conversation of, because we had the late fees and stuff in place. Like, listen, I'm sorry it's not sold. I'm doing everything in my power. I can show you proof that I am. I've spoken to this person. I've listed on the MLS. I have reached out to these people in the community. This is this. Could you give me another 60 days to try? It's just the market, blah, blah, blah. I think the most important thing is communication. If you're the borrower and you don't communicate, I'm going to think of all kinds of things, right? And communication, or be like, you know what? I'm so sorry I can't give you your 30 grand, but I got five. Can I just give you five? Do you know what I mean? Like I'll give you
Terms,
five
yeah.
for now, and then my job is I'll do my best to like make you hold, right? If somebody did that to me and I was a lender, I'll be like, you know what? Do you know what I mean? Like she's putting the skin in the game. She's making sure that our relationship is protected and taken care of because that's important to her. Even if it's $1,000. I mean, you know what I
Girl,
mean? Like to
you're
get, yeah,
preach it, girl. I mean, because yeah, it's and I was thinking about the girl, whoever you guys got in this sticky situation in Texas.
sure.
I'm thinking about her, like
Yep.
I was thinking that whole time, man, if she just would have communicated with you guys,
Yeah,
like it is hard.
absolutely. Or work something out. Hey
Say,
guys, can I
guys,
do a
I
payment
stuck.
plan?
I can't get out of this. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? Because honestly, you probably could have helped her, like work through her numbers, but people's ego gets in the way, and this is not an ego business. Things are going
No.
to happen, and you need to be able to ask for help.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit, Kay.
Sure.
So, prior to us starting filming and looking at your buy box, I've seen that you have like mobile home parks, RV parks, multifamily, particularly mobile home parks and RV parks. Those aren't always looked at as like the flashiest of the asset classes, but
Yeah.
they solve real problems for real people. So, my question is, what drew you to them and what do you see as the long-term opportunity there?
The flip that we did and that's still for sale. It's a mobile home. It's actually a mobile home. Two bedroom, two bath. It's in a 55 plus community. I had this image of mobile home parks, this image that we all have.
Well, I don't. Because,
But I went to that community and it was so nice. I'm like, if I was old and on a fixed income, I would live here, you know?
yeah.
So, and I was like, with the way the economy is going, but not only that, like people are retiring. There's, the boomers are retiring. They're probably wanting to move into, spaces that are more affordable,
And
and
smaller.
same with RV parks. And I was like, I want to serve that population. I think it's gonna be a need. And yeah, doing this flip, I was like, oh wow. My perception of mobile home parks changed, and I was like, if I could just take over a mobile home park, do a value add, and it doesn't have to be fancy or flashy or something, but that mobile home park is so clean. It was so clean. People took pride in taking care of their homes. And I was like, what if I could give that experience to everyone, with the mobile home parks that we're going to be acquiring? Like, that'd be so
You're giving
cool.
people
Yeah.
dignity.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
adorable
mean,
that you say that because growing up, Key West has mobile homes everywhere. You know how much one costs? $750,000 just to have a mobile home. Like just to have oh yeah. No,
that's
it's
a
so
nice
funny
mobile home.
because I mean people well, they're more like well, yeah. I mean on the water, so they'll sell on the water for 7, but you just knock them down. They're like the mobile homes and
It's
stuff. But
nice. That's a nice mobile
no, the home
home.
it's the land. But yeah, no, it's interesting because we grew up with definitely everyone trailers were just common down here, and now they're going away. I mean, a lot of people are building condos on them, but yeah, I think that's definitely really where was that question going?
I wanted to just ask her to give us that buy box. Like, what are
Yeah,
the markets, the deal size, like the ops
what do you want?
profile?
What can we do
Yeah.
to help you?
My husband and I were currently looking for bird dogs to help us with mobile home parks, RV, and multifamily. We are focusing in Arizona, of course, because that's our backyard. We've been here for a long time. And so we're looking in Arizona, Colorado, Utah.
Do you teach a jam session or like a bird dog session that we can put a link to? If not, it's okay.
Would like a buy box? Buy
No, no,
Don't
no,
box?
go to
no.
sleep on us over there, love bug.
No, the
No.
reason I ask Kay is bird dogging I've noticed means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I've had people that are quote unquote bird dogging for me that I'm like, you literally just took a picture of a deal off the creative page and didn't talk to anyone. Like that's not a bird dog. But
Yes.
like Other people will set up a secondary call for
Mm-hmm.
the buyer, and some people will get a wholesaler who's having trouble moving it and agree to that wholesaler, like, if I can
Yeah.
lift this for you, can I get a fee? So like, that's why I asked, are you guys doing a training just to teach people how to bird dog for you? But at the end,
No, but that is an
You can
excellent
come
point.
on
Maybe
our
we should.
show and you can put on our come on and tell us, like, what your buy box is too, because um I like to call it connecting too. Like we're connecting people with people, and
Yes.
we're
Yes.
making those deals now too. So we are working on a lot of projects with a lot of people in the community now, where we're either going to stay with the you know like Anne and I talked this morning. She has a project she's working on in Florida, and she
Nice.
offered me to be a part of it this afternoon. Um, so there was a lot of value that I was bringing to her. And so if you're bird dogging for a multifamily, you might find somebody that really, like, we can connect you with Adam and you. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, but yeah, bird dogging has gotten to the point where I think that every individual who's in our community that wants someone to bird dog for them, they need to be better at explaining what they want and how they want it presented to them. Because
I love it. I love
I
it. Yeah.
personally was bird dogging and I wasted weeks of my life because I would take this snow. Okay, I started off with Rachel and Mike, so I wasted so much time. But I went through their buy box. I sent them stuff. I organized it in an Excel spreadsheet. I called people. But at the end of the day, you're just having people work for you, and it wasn't what they needed. But it's not
Mm-hmm.
their fault, and it's not my fault. It was no one's fault. Maybe a little on their end. They could have been better at pretty much telling me what they actually wanted. This is before we met. So, but
oh
this
my
is only
goodness.
going to benefit you, you and your
Yeah.
husband's career if you're
No,
telling people
I
exactly what you need and how you want it presented to you.
What were you going to say,
absolutely.
Kay?
No, I was gonna say that is great. I never thought about the training thing, but that's a great idea. I mean, I have our buy boxes. I mean, for multifamily, we're looking at Sunbelt states,
Yeah, but you have areas,
75 or
you
more
have
units.
classes, you know what class you want.
C
Let her
plus,
let her say the names, Kate, real quick, because she's saying the buy box.
C plus. You know, of course, our market is Arizona, so we'll take anything Arizona. Especially Metro Phoenix area. Mobile home parks, we're looking at minimum 30 pads.
Okay.
And we want to do a lot of value add, 55 plus, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Has to be within 45 minutes of a growing metro area. And of course, as we all want, creative finance, seller financing, we're all for that. And then RV parks, we're looking at 30 to 50 plus pads.
You are a
200K plus cap rate, all that stuff. But if you are out there and interested in bird dogging for us, we can connect so I can give you more details. It's so funny that you brought up that somebody bird dog by just taking a screenshot and just sending it over to us. Yeah, that doesn't work because I think a bird dog is somebody, of course they're like newer to the space. You learn a lot by doing a lot too. And if you really want that big payday, we want you to like do a lot more work and, you know, because there's no point if you just send something to us and you expect like a fee and, we do all the work.
Again, that's just communication and just getting that out. And we love to, get that information out for you for sure.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that.
Okay, we are reaching close to the end of our time, so I think
Yeah.
it's time for me to ask the signature question. Are you ready?
Sure.
What does it mean to you to be an REI baddie?
Ooh, REI baddie. I think it's to take imperfect actions. Just do it. Just be a baddie. Don't care.
Communication and accountability. That's what you said throughout our video is communication. Communicating.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Communicate. Communicate. I think people have a hard time with even giving bad news, but some news is better than no news. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you've learned that. And I think that could be a lesson to all of us out there for sure is no matter what you're going through, trust me, it is so much easier just to put it out in the universe and talk to your client because that pressure that you will hold on to if you don't communicate that is going to kill like you. And it'll kill the deal. And we're all human. We're all in this. If you messed up, just admit it. Just say, look, guys,
Yep.
like Rachel, I'm sorry, I messed up. But I need help fixing this.
Account.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that, we all need
You
to
were
get
so
used to.
realistic. I thought you were actually saying you messed something up for a second. I was like, what did we mess up?
Oh,
Hopefully nothing yet. All right, well, thank
well,
you so much. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to, I hope this brings a lot of value to someone, but I'm a mom who is, I have several businesses. I work with my husband. We have a 4-year-old and I have an 8-month-old. And my daughter was 2 months old when we went to Squat Up Summit. There is always a solution to any. I always ask myself, how can I? Sure, it's not going to look perfect, but I always ask myself, okay, I want to go to Squat Up Summit. How can I? All right, she's going to tag along and she's going to figure it out. She's going to take a nap in the corner.
Yeah, or
You know
on
what I
me.
mean? Yeah. Well,
Just
oh,
put her
while
in
I'm eating and
on
she's
me,
covered in
like she just,
food. Yeah.
yeah, cover her
Yeah,
up.
but yeah,
No
but I
excuses,
think there's
baby.
a
No
solution.
excuses.
No, no, there's a solution to every problem.
Amen. Well, thank you. This has been amazing. And thank you for not only sharing your deals, but showing your heart and your journey with us. And,
Thank you.
we're all
Thank you
moms
for
here.
having me.
We're very grateful for you. And we're definitely going to have a take two. There's a lot of really interesting things that you guys, and we'd love to have you and your husband on maybe one time too.
Sure. Yeah,
And
we'd
then
love to share.
before I beg our listeners to connect and smash that like button, Kay, where can people find you, like your IG handle, and what's the next, or when is the next business meetup or business
Okay,
club
so
meetup?
the next business club meetup is October 15th. It's from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona. We are at the Bond Building, which is 32nd Street and Camelback location. We will be having Judah from Everbridge Capital. He's going to break down some deals and tell us what it's like to acquire a business, get it funded, closing, all that good stuff. So that's our next event. To get a hold of me, the best way is probably through Instagram. And my handle is and my full name, Kayshehaj. Shehaj.
And it'll
Love it.
also be in the show notes. So definitely take a look at those. And
Perfect.
I will send a link out to you about your business. I apologize for we didn't bring that up as much, but they did start a business club. So I don't know if everyone understood that. That's what she was just referring to as far as the meet and greet. And it's basically a opportunity for people to kind of like connect with each other within the ecosystem that we are building within our Pace community. So anyone that's
Yes.
in that area, definitely check them out. I think it would be very beneficial, especially if you're new into our community as well as an OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want more information, we are also on Instagram with the business club. It's at the Business Club Official.
You got it, girl. Well, congratulations.
Thank you
Awesome.
so
Well,
much. This was fun. Thank you.
I love it. And for our listeners out there, please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And if you loved this conversation, please leave us a review. It helps us reach more future baddies like Kay.
Love it. Sounds good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Stop.